There are many challenges, but I'm actually fairly optimistic about the U.S. economy. We've come through this dreadful period of the crash of '08 and the subsequent recession. We aren't there yet. We still have slow growth and quite high unemployment, but we do seem to be recovering, and despite all of the bad economic policy that we've had recently, and we've reduced our budget deficit, I think, too fast, and put a lot of drag on the economy, but we are coming through. The challenges are more political, I think. Our system is a two-party system, extremely polarized at the moment. And that can work in a parliamentary democracy. It works badly in our Constitution, where we have a strict separation of powers. And it really requires cooperation across party lines. We used to have that. We used to have moderate Republicans and conservative Democrats, and they would work together to get things done. That's much less true than it used to be. The parties have moved apart. The center has largely disappeared. So building compromises across party lines has become extremely difficult. And for that reason, we are mired in gridlock at the moment. The problem is not that we're doing the wrong thing. The problem is we aren't doing anything. Major problems that need to be solved: investing in the future, improving our infrastructure, improving skills, and solving our immigration problem. These are all things that need to be done, not to mention reforming our entitlement system as the baby boom generation hits the ages at which spending for pensions and health care is high. All of those things need to be addressed, but we aren't doing it because there is gridlock in the political system. President Obama has just released his budget proposal. I think it's an interesting proposal and a good reflection of his values. I support most of the things in it, which are more spending for improving skills and for substantial investment in infrastructure. We need those things, but they aren't likely to happen. The president's budget will be debated in the Congress, but the gridlock is such that it will not be seriously considered as a whole budget. Some pieces of it might gain bipartisan support, but it is largely a document setting out a wish list of good things that a Democratic president supports, rather than something that will actually pass the Congress. I'm quite actively optimistic about the strength and resilience of the U.S. economy. We've come through a lot of shocks and problems, and we seem to keep going. That's not a universally held view. Larry Summers, whom I greatly respect, and Paul Krugman are now saying we're in a period of secular stagnation. I doubt it. We've had gloom and doom scenarios like that before, quite a few of them, and it generally doesn't happen. The economy soldiers on despite predictions of stagnation. But from a policy point of view, I think it doesn't matter. The things that we should be doing to grow the economy, to improve our prospects, are things like investing in modernizing our infrastructure, which we badly need to do, and investing in the skills of our population, which badly need upgrading to play on the world scene successfully. That's true in the UK, it's true in other places. But we need to do those things to grow our economy for the future and to improve the prospects of good jobs, whether we're in stagnation or not. because I think it's very hard to imagine that we will overdo it. If we do overdo it, we get a booming economy and we get inflation again. Well, we know how to cope with that. That's not so hard. I think we'd be lucky if that happened.